Good morning, you guys. It is Amanda and Barron, and we are back again with Kickin Cancer Cares. Our sponsor for the second half is Vente's Cafe. So I went there sometime last week.
Yeah,
and
recently.
Yes, and I had the nacho with the spicy jackfruit, and it was super good. Today, they posted their Boulder Bowl with garlic sesame tofu. Can you show that picture?
And you can get that in a wrap, too.
And yes, you can get it in a wrap. So on the menu, I had to go read it because it looked so phenomenal in the picture. And I'm a picture girl.
Yeah.
I'm a visual. A visual does me so much more justice than words. And so I saw that and it was like, what is that on the menu? So the Boulder Bowl, it's steamed vegetables, black beans, white vegan cheese, red onions, red pepper aioli, and corn chips.
And we just had this conversation with Dino recently about vegan cheese. Mm-hmm. Which sounds like an oxymoron, but how can cheese be vegan?
It is so good, though. You wouldn't believe it. I'm a cheese girl, so leave cheese alone. Don't take that to the vegan world or the vegetarian world or however. Don't take it.
Yeah.
But with him, he can take it wherever he wants because it is so stinking good. So the Boulder Bowl. That's what I'm promoting today for them.
Okay.
The Boulder Bowl.
All right.
It looks amazing.
And like Ashley said, every one of their bowls can be done as a wrap as well.
Yes.
So if you don't want to use a fork and you want to put it in a wrap, do it that way too. And they're good sized wraps. You could have one now and the other half later.
Yes. I'm kind of intrigued to try that tofu. I don't know if I've ever really, I've done their like the bacon tofu or whatever it is, but it's like tofu's cousin, I think is what they call it. Like it's got a different name. But yeah, so that looks really good. So
well, and they do a good job.
Check it out.
They do a good job with stuff like tofu too, where you're thinking meat, and so for me, tofu's like but tofu adds the flavor whatever it's with.
Right.
And they do a really good job with it.
Yes, they do. So
well, once again, we're chatting with Joey James, and you did a great job of giving us your history as to your country, Western world.
Yeah.
But within the last few months. Something drew you back to Salem, your mother's health.
Yeah.
And something has shifted in your mother's health that has drawn you to a bigger reason to do one of your shows. I want you to elaborate on what's going on in your house and why this is such a big deal for you.
Yeah, so, I was living in the Nashville area, Hendersonville, actually, and, things were... It's like God made this happen because things were kind of weird over there for me. Just a roommate situation. It was odd. My mom was, we talked every day, and she was not feeling the best. So I was like, well, I can move back into that area. I'm not stuck in. Nobody's ever stuck anywhere. I try telling everybody that.
Yes.
I need. If anybody wants to take my advice this morning, you're never stuck in a spot in life. You can always get out of it.
Amen.
I want people to know that. So, anyways, it was time for me to come back to Oregon. A little bit of regrets. I love the South, but I'm back. Came back to help my mom out, and I'm glad I did. Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, I think you should make sure that we understand. Something happened to your mother a number of years ago that really shifted the direction of her life.
Yeah. So
what happened to your mom?
48 years ago, she was driving in the Salem area and unfortunately flipped her car 4 times, and she broke T6 through T9. She became paraplegic. She was 3 months pregnant with my older sister, Christy. I'm the second oldest. There's 3 after me. So she is taking care of 5 children in her life as a paraplegic,
Wow,
and,
that's impressive.
And she would always have there wasn't always power chairs. She did a lot of this for, 28, 30 years or so, just maybe even more than that, maybe 35 years in just a manual chair.
Yeah.
And we grew up on a dairy farm too. So, and this
well,
lady,
that can't make it easy to get around a dairy farm.
We did. That was when she first got her first power chair, and they aren't like they are nowadays. And so she would come out, she would help us with the chores. And she would help, me with my homework. She would come out there when I'm flicking the hay with the pitchfork to the cows and feeding them, and she would test me. Hey, this is, math, English. She's just a cool woman. She's always been hip. She's always protected us. She's always been there for us. She's always been my soundboard. She is, everybody that meets her, she'll go into a room and it changes them. She's been through so much, and the one thing that we always ask, she doesn't want pity, and we don't want her to have pity either.
Right.
We still joke, her being in a wheelchair, we've never focused on her being, it's never been like that. It's never been, well, she's in a wheelchair, feel bad for her.
It just happens to be the phase of life she has right then.
Correct.
Not a pity situation.
And so we just look at that, and we tell folks, she's a human, joke around with her. We give her crap, she gives us crap back, and that's always, she's been so inspirational in my life because we can just joke about anything, and she flicks it right back, and she's cool. Like, all my friends have always loved her. Like, I'd be playing basketball, and she'd sit on the sideline. The other team would be shooting a foul shot, and she'd scream while they're shooting the foul shot. And the ref's like, "You can't do that." And she's like, "Whatever." Yeah. She'd come to the away games and make sandwiches for everybody and bring Gatorade. And, like, all my friends used to go, "Wow, she's the coolest mama." I was like, yeah. She's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But
she still is. She still is the coolest mom. But
so you're in Nashville, and you get a phone call. Your mom's health is just taking a turn for the worse. Is that what's happening?
I mean, she's being in a wheelchair, like bed sores, sepsis, that kind of things happens. So, she's been battling that like the last 5-6 years. I don't want to get too medical into it. I don't think she'd appreciate that on this interview, but just as you get older, your body, no matter if you're in a wheelchair or a walking person, it just starts breaking down.
Sure.
I mean, I'm in my 40s and my body's like that, so I'm just like so it was time to come back. It was good for me to come back. It was good to be back around friends and family in this area. And so, it was a no-brainer being back with her, and then I'm staying with her. It's just, I haven't been home since I was 18 and left, you know? So to me, it's like,
so life has come full circle to come back.
It really has come full circle. I've been out of state or out of, when I was in the Navy, out of country, I haven't always been around. We've always stayed in touch, though. That was never, this is, if somebody wants to say I'm mama's boy, I put that badge on proudly. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yes.
I'm like, cool, yep.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But, Joy, you told me that just in the last couple of weeks, your mother got a cancer diagnosis.
Yeah. And I'll try to hold this together because I don't want to be crying the whole interview. So I'm just going to put it out there.
Just 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, around 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yep. She was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And I was like, why? Like, she's already been through all this. Why? Then I think about my song, Dear God, Why? And that's what I'm asking him in this song is like, Dear God, why? Why are you trying to take a beautiful woman out of this world?
Right.
Pretty much, because you start questioning. I'm a huge believer. I love God. I love Jesus. And but come on,
I need you.
Rock the world a little bit.
So we just been praying hard, and like, she's done so much for me, and not just me. This lady, she used to go to schools and speak and hold fundraisers. There's a couple kids in the schools that we went to that they were disabled, and she would go and do fundraisers. Like, she would have like wheelchair basketball games and then get donations from like everywhere, and just have these big rallies. We'd earn money for the children. I mean, she was powerful. She was part of the Oregon Disability Commission back in the day, which helped pass laws like ramps being put up. They worked side by side with the ADA to, parking, because all that was different back then.
It was,
Like, it really was. This has all changed.
Well, and if your mother went through an accident, what do you say, 48
years.
48 years ago, there's a lot of ADA rules that are different now than they were back then.
Correct.
So for your mom to be able to be involved in all of that
She
process,
pushed a lot of it. And she
Probably the reason behind most of it.
I think so. I mean, she is a fighter. She pushes. That's the one thing with this diagnosis. I'm like, if anybody's going to make it, this lady will make it because, I mean, they could give her a 0.5% chance, and this lady will pop out of it, and they'll be like. And I hope I hope and pray that she does. I want the mud on my face. I want what I'm trying to. I want everybody being like, you were just trying to get money. You know, I'll be like, yeah, I'm sure, whatever. Like, but
did she get diagnosed with a certain stage?
and not yet. So like,
It's still so new.
we know, but they did one more test. They've already done like PET scans, but they did a fluid draw. That will give us a 100%. We're supposed to find that out sometime this week.
Okay.
And so we believe it's unfortunately stage 4. Like what we've seen and what we've read into it has spread, which means they're saying inoperable.
And with her being paralyzed, that probably took away from a lot of the side effects that it could have potentially shown.
That is a great
possibly?
question. Yeah. Initially, like finding that just came from a scan, like an X-ray, really, or MRI, but that's great where you're leading to. Actually, it's a blessing that she's para right now because pancreatic cancer is supposed to be like one of the most painful ones through the stomach, but she can't feel that area. So so we would have never known from that signs.
What was the clue there was something wrong?
Okay, yeah.
For you to go get it, for her to get it checked.
She had jaundice, like really bad. We were like, "What's going on?" And like, I'm not going to mention medical or but they thought it was gallbladder, and it wasn't. You know, she finally went to a different hospital, and they're like,
she advocated for herself.
You need to. Her boys advocated for her.
That's
So
good.
this lady does not want to. She's been going in and out of doctors her whole life. She is about ready to be like. She's like, no, I'm okay. I'm like, Mom, you look like SpongeBob SquarePants. You know, we got to get you in there. Like, I meant that
Something's
in a nice
wrong.
way. Anyways. Yeah, that's what. If we were having a sense of humor, we'd just be crying the whole time.
Yeah.
And you're the second person that's told me that. Someone else. Now, fortunately for them, the tumor was pressing against their liver early on, so they caught it at stage 2. But because of where the pancreas is located, the tumor can press against the liver, and now you're getting this yellow jaundice look to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it was blocking the fluids that needed to get to the liver, and then so we brought her up to Portland to Emmanuel, and they're like, they did biopsy. They're like, yeah, pancreatic cancer. We need to do more testing to see. So she was up there like 2-3 days, and then when she was able to come back home, she's home for 2 days, and Portland's calling us. They're like, you need to get her into a hospital right away. We're like, okay, why? Well, she has a bad bacteria running through her bloodstream. So we had to rush her. We got her into Staten.
Yeah.
And, they took good care of her. She's now having to take this antibacterial. Every day she's got to get it changed out, but she got a little pump and a PICC line. And I'm just like, like I said, no pity. I'm just telling you guys this on, this is just general talk. I don't want nobody reading in this interview, and if they want to have sympathy, that's different. But no pity. We don't ever want that. That's the word.
Well, there's a difference between pity and sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can sympathize with the situation and feel bad about it, but there's no pity involved in this at all.
Yeah.
But because of your mother's situation, because of your background in music, you had planned a number of concerts that you were going to do in this area.
Yeah.
And you had one that you'd already planned. You told me you were planning it for August 9th, and you were going to do it for paralyzed veterans.
Correct.
But you've shifted gears on that concert, haven't you?
Yeah, Donnie, the president over there, says you need to do it for your mama. You need to do a benefit concert for her. So I said, you're right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I didn't get a huge timeline to put this together, so I'm just praying that people come out. I always joke around. I say, even if you don't like me, just come out and support this amazing woman. I know this area hates cover charges, and I'll say it. I'm just an honest guy, but I promise, just come meet this lady, and like it's worth the $10 just for you to.
And let's be honest here. Where there's a flyer, then and this will be showing up on the YouTube channel as well. $10 for a concert is. I wouldn't call it a cover charge.
No.
I wouldn't call it a cover charge. If you're going to a bar where you're going to be drinking and there's a band, that's a cover charge. You're coming to a concert, and you're coming to a benefit concert.
Yeah.
And I know this is hard for you to say, so I'll try to share this. But because of your mother's situation, because of what's happened with her being paralyzed, the body was probably not going to accept the chemo very well.
Correct.
And I know you and I talked about this, that there's two options. If she does the chemo, she might make it a year. It might extend her life out a year. If she doesn't do the chemo, she has 3 to 6 months. It has left the pancreas.
Yeah.
So it's stage 4. It's metastasized, right? And so this is a chance to show a tremendous amount of support for her. It's also a chance to raise some money for whatever expenses you guys have got going on.
Correct.
We're in the process of doing some things with Sandy M Brewing that hopefully there'll be some beer there. There'll be for sale from Sandy M.
Okay.
And proceeds from that can go to this concert as well. So don't think this is a cover charge. This is $10. This is $10 to go to a concert.
She has a cool bucket list. I mean, she's not a gambler. I don't want to put that out there. She always liked to go with her mom and my sister Marie to Spirit Mountain. They would just bring 20 a piece and like just do the penny machine.
Yeah.
Play money.
But so she's never been to Vegas. She hasn't been to a lot of places, and she's like, if I'm well enough, I'd like to go to Vegas and go play the penny machines. I said, okay, we'll try to get you there. And she grabbed my arm the other day and she says, I'd love to see where you record in Nashville. And I said, well, I'm gonna make it priority to make these things. She wants to take a train, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get on this. And so, a lot of this is for a bucket list for a woman that let's show
gave her
her
whole life to you guys.
Yeah.
So the proceeds from this are going to your mother.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's going for bucket list items that she would like to be doing.
Live her best little life there.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's and just going out with a bang is like how we would say it, and how that woman really deserves it. She is like, there's a lot of people I've met her, and she's the real deal.
How does someone get tickets to the concert, Joey?
I would just have to just come to the event, and you'd pay it right there. We will have a way to take card too.
Okay.
So.
Yes.
How would they do that?
Yeah, so we do have a GoFundMe out there. I maybe you guys can post the link.
Yeah, we get the link posted.
Yeah. You guys go ahead and reach out to me, Amanda at kslm.news, and I will forward you that link and any other information that I have with the concert and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and if anyone would like to go to kickincancer.org, kicking-cancer.org, and the donate button, when people make donations and their names come through, there's a spot to put a comment in there. So if someone wants to use that, it would save. The GoFundMe takes
they take a percentage.
They take a percentage.
So this concert's actually, it's the 9th, which is tonight.
It's tonight.
Okay.
It's tonight.
Okay.
So
perfect. And where is this located?
So the concert is going to be, go ahead, Joey.
Hudak House Winery, and I love this place. The owners are great. They said just use the venue. It's so beautiful up there. It's 30 acres of vineyards. You can touch heaven if you reach the top. I mean, it's really pretty up there.
West Salem.
West Salem, yeah. I have
so
5737 Orchard Heights Road, Northwest Salem, Oregon 97304.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
perfect.
It's a local concert right here in town. I wanted to bring Joey on to tell what he's done and some of the concerts that he's done in the past. You're going to do other concerts to support veterans and things.
Big time.
But this one is specifically touching home because it's for the mother specifically.
Yeah.
This is, out of any concert I've ever done and maybe will ever do, is my most important concert. And it's a full band show. I'm going to show you guys what I'm all about. I promise that. You guys are going to come and have a good time.
So
and
all 3 hours are going to be music?
Yes, all 3 hours. Boom.
So $10 for a 3-hour show.
Amazing. You can't beat it.
Originals and covers, and we got the steel, fiddle, drums, bass, guitars. I have amazing musicians. They're the coolest, friendliest human beings. They care about my mom a lot too. And
Is this your band that you had here before?
yeah, most of those folks. I did hire a couple new folks on they've learned some tunes really quickly. I'm like, wow, you guys are
and you had to put this in quick because you said your mother's diagnosis was just a couple weeks ago.
correct. So I got on this. I'm like, come on. So if any companies are out there that would like to donate for raffle prizes, we are going to try to hold a raffle there. Not try. We're going to hold a raffle depending on how it goes. And also, maybe you guys can help me. I'm still looking for a food truck to get out there. If anybody with a food truck, we feel, and they can keep the profits. I just want to be able to feed the folks that are coming out there.
Get some food truck out there too. So
Yeah.
well, there's definitely some people that work with this station, and we've known for years that might be a possibility. So
Yeah.
we'll reach out to them as well. But,
That'd be great.
Absolutely.
so anyway, so this is a Stronger Together show. It's August the 9th, which is tonight, from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Hudak House.
Hudak House.
Hudak
Wine
House.
Bar.
5737 Orchard Heights Road Northwest, which is out in the West Salem area.
Is that outdoors or indoors?
It's outdoors, and it's really beautiful. So the stage is surrounded by trees, and it's just we can get a lot of people out there. So don't worry. The parking, if it becomes limited, we have some overflow that we're going to talk about doing.
Perfect.
Is
And
this got
I'll
seating?
put signs.
Is there seating? Or
I
break for
did
yourself?
say I do have on my event flyer. I know you guys can't see it. Bring your own chairs, because there is chairs, but they're limited.
Right.
So if we have enough folks, bring
Just
some chairs,
bring a
or you
thing.
can sit on the blanket on the ground. There's a vineyard, so
Perfect.
Well, I know the forecast is supposed to be really nice.
yes,
it
it
is.
is actually.
If you just want to sit on the grass and enjoy the
exactly.
show,
Yeah.
Yep.
you don't want a chair. Just they're
Awesome.
they're predicting low
Yeah.
90s of the day, so it's
Yep.
gonna be.
It'll be nice in the evening.
Yeah, it
like
will.
really nice.
Yes, it
And just come meet an amazing woman. I promise that you won't regret meeting this lady. She will change, how you feel about yourself.
Well, we're glad for the success that you've had over the years and the chance to leave Salem and do some stuff in country, and then bring that talent back to Salem for a very specific reason, being your mom.
Yeah.
And whatever we can do to help promote that for you, we want to do that on the radio show.
Yeah.
as
That
well.
means a lot to me, you guys.
I just love that you clearly have a big heart and you're a mama's boy. And I, as a mom with a boy, I
Yeah.
admire that so much.
I appreciate that.
I love that you want to just give her the world before her world's over. And so that's very honorable. And
Amanda has no problem with mama boys.
oh gosh, not at all. I think those are the best kinds.
Yeah.
So I love what you're doing, and
Thank
I
you.
hope our listeners show up and can pack this house out for her.
That would mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because I'll be out there. I'll be busting my butt for you guys. I promise. Everybody that knows me knows they can come up to me and say, hey, would you consider doing the event, or would you be willing to help? I'm a take a shirt off your back type guy. So
I love it.
Well, I know that last year you did, and I think there's this plan this year too with vet care and
Yep.
your experiences as being in the military yourself.
Yeah,
So you do things for the military. This one's a little more personal.
yeah.
very personal.
And that's okay.
little more
You're
personal.
that's more than amazing in my
Yeah.
eyes. So
Yeah, well, the personal ones are always the best ones to do anyway, right?
yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They have a bunch of meaning behind them.
So, well, there was an event, talking about personal, we've got enough time here. There was an event that happened with Kickin Cancer that was very personal. It was a lot of fun to put together. Jennifer Beaumont had gotten her second diagnosis with lung cancer. And what had happened was the first time it had gone into left side of her lung, and they hit it with chemo and radiation, but it jumped to the other side. And they just weren't able to attack it the way they... And so she worked with the baseball team down in Corvallis, and I got a hold of the general manager, Bree Miller, and I said, why don't we plan a flash mob? And we got, I think it was 20 or 30 people that showed up. We hid around the corner from the main door. We had it planned that there would be a reason to go outside, and as Jennifer came out, we had a little tape recorder there, and we started playing Take Me Out to the Ballpark.
That's great.
And the smile on her face for all the people to show up and be there for her, she knew the end was in sight. and she just needed some support. And that's what events like this are all about. It's just to show that huge amount of support that we can for someone in those final days of their life. And
absolutely.
So that was a ton of fun for us to do that.
Yes. Well,
So
thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
I really
you
appreciate
guys.
it.
I appreciate you guys a lot. It means a lot to me.
You bet.
Absolutely. And a huge shout out to our sponsor for the second half, which is Venti's Cafe. They have so many options, from wholesome, good, amazing food to amazing vegan and vegetarian food as well. So definitely go check them out. And we will be back next week as the movement continues.